Hello, I'm Nancy Stowe, the food editor for the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. We're here today at Milwaukee Area Technical College with chef instructor John Reiss, who is going to show us how to attack this very scary looking artichoke.
The well-armored vegetable here. It always is a challenge with these, but the wonderful heart of the artichoke is worth the effort. So there's a couple of ways that we're going to demonstrate doing this today. And the first is I'm going to just trim this down and we're going to cook this whole and see how you can enjoy this whole and without too much of an effort here. The leaves have little spikes on the end. What I like to do is to cut off the tops of these. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I've trimmed down the lower leaves, and now I'm going to take it and cut off the top leaves. And you've got to have a pretty sharp knife for this. Now, the thing about artichokes is they discolor very quickly. So you want to have a little bit of lemon handy and to squeeze a little lemon onto the center here. Down inside here is the actual artichoke heart. The choke, which is where you get the name artichoke, it comes from, is this little furry center here. And we're going to scrape that out after it's cooked in this situation here. I'm going to trim off the end here a little bit. Same thing, I'm going to rub it with a little bit of lemon juice. I'm going to take this lemon, put it into the pot here, and into the pot I'm going to put the artichoke along with a little bit of salt. And as a good ratio, you want about a tablespoon of lemon juice per quart of water, about a teaspoon of salt per quart of water. Now, you may notice here that the artichoke is bobbing around on the top here. What we're going to do is take a bowl with a little bit of water, and we're going to set this on top, and we're just going to let that simmer for about 30 minutes until the artichoke gets tender. And now, the trickier proposition with an artichoke is to trim it down to the heart raw. And that's a little bit more of a challenge. For that, we're going to use a couple of different tools, a paring knife and a chef knife. What I'm going to start by doing is just tearing off these outer leaves. It's the very bottom of the artichoke, which is where the heart is, and that's what you want. So what we're going to do is we're peeling these back like this. And now I'm getting down to a little bit more to the center. The leaves are a little bit more tender here. What I'm going to do at this point is to cut this just above the base of the vegetable here. We're going to trim this off, and we're going to expose the artichoke here, and these will turn color very quickly. So again, you want to have this cut lemon here to help with that situation. Now what I'm going to do is I'm taking a spoon, and this fuzzy center here, that's the choke. You want to go in and scrape this out, and it's a little bit of a challenge. You got to get in there and work your spoon a little bit, but you can see this fuzzy mess here. It's not edible, so you want to just scrape that all out as cleanly as you can here. And again, I'm going to use a little bit more lemon juice on here. And then I'm going to trim this the rest of the way. And to do that, I'm going to use a paring knife. And I'm going to go around so that's our trimmed raw artichoke heart. I would treat these the same way I would a whole artichoke. Cook these in boiling salted water with a little bit of lemon juice added. So we're going to drop this right into the pot here with the other one, and then you will see how that looks when it gets tender. Here we have our artichokes. They're fully cooked now, and the way to determine doneness on these, take a knife, or you can take a toothpick and just slide it into the base of that artichoke heart, and it should come out nice and easy. So this is pretty much done. We're going to just drop this into some cold water to cool it down. And you use that same method for testing the doneness of the whole artichoke too. You slide that knife into the base or toothpick and make sure it comes out nice and clean. Here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel away these leaves a little bit here. And then on the very center here, we want to scoop this out. And what you will see is down in the center here, it's kind of fuzzy. This is the choke, so we want to remove that. We're just going to go in here and scrape that out. It is too difficult to digest. That's why you remove it. So we've scraped out that fuzzy choke on the inside. And then the question now is, what do you do with this? Well, the traditional way is with a garlic aioli, garlic mayonnaise, and you would peel off the leaves, and you would dip this in, and you would just eat the very bottom of the leaf. And then, of course, as you get to the center here, you will see there is your actual heart, and that's the really good part.